2, Michigan. Michigan, coming off an 8-5, 5-4 season where they won the ReliaQuest Bowl, 19-13 versus Alabama. Absolutely hurt my heart that they did that. Um, Here's why it hurt my heart, because I wanted Alabama to lose the bowl game. Because how their fans were reacting about, oh, we 9-3, but we SEC, we should have made the playoffs, blah blah blah. Until they play Michigan, then I'm like, all right, y'all can't lose to Michigan. But they didn't sit nobody. Ryan Williams, I think, played. Jalen Milroe played. Y'all just looked bad, and y'all lost to a very inferior Michigan team. So hurts, but whatever. They returned 13 starters, 8 on offense, 5 on defense. I know they got a new OC, but the OC to me is not really. I think Sharon Moore is still going to be calling plays and stuff like that. But whatever. You want to talk about Chip Lindsey? Go ahead, fine. They return Ernest Hausman, linebacker, 89 total tackles, 54 solos, 2 sacks, a pass breakup, and interception. I think I only wrote returners on defense because like all they did last year was really run the ball, and Khalil Mullins is no longer there, so I don't really think I talked about offense as much. Then they return Jayshon Barham, linebacker, 66 total tackles, 40 solos, a sack, and 2 pass breakups. Derek Moore, defensive end with 23 total tackles, 16 solos, 4 sacks, 2 pass breakups, and a fumble recovery. Zeke Berry, a cornerback with 37 total tackles, 27 solos, 9 pass breakups, 2 interceptions, a fumble recovery, and a forced fumble. Jair Hill, a cornerback, 35 total tackles, 26 solos, a sack, 8 pass breakups, and an interception. They lost Khalil Mullins, running back, 185 carries, 948 yards, 5.1 a carry, 12 touchdowns currently on the Titans. Colston Loveland, who actually was drafted first at tight end, which is absolutely insane with Tyler Warren right there. But anyway, it's the Bears. Crazy. 56 catches, 582 yards, and 5 touchdowns. Again, it's the Bears. Lost Mason Graham, defensive tackle on the Browns, 46 total tackles, 24 solos, 3.5 sacks, a pass breakup. Lost Will Johnson, which I'm a Michigan State fan, but I have so much respect for Will Johnson. So it is what it is. Cornerback, 14 total tackles, 12 solos, 3 pass breakups, 2 interceptions, and 2 touchdowns. So both his picks were pick sixes. He did get hurt. He's currently on the Cardinals. Hurt, he's killing it. Lost Josiah Stewart, edge, currently on the Rams. 33 total tackles, 22 solos, 8.5 sacks, 2 forced fumbles. Kenneth Grant, a D tackle, currently on the Dolphins. 32 total tackles, 18 solos, 3 sacks, 5 pass breakups, 2 forced fumbles. And Makari Page, a defensive back on the Giants, 45 total tackles, 23 solos, 4 pass breakups, 2 interceptions. They currently have the 8th overall recruiting class, 31st in transfers. Lost a lot of NFL talent. Trent, talk to me about Michigan.
Yeah, looking for Michigan to bounce back a little bit. Last year, for Michigan fans, I'm sure kind of seemed like a bad dream. Otherwise, I think the rest of the Big Ten fans were thoroughly enjoying it. But to your point, they bring in a new offensive coordinator. Forget his first name,
Chip Lindsey.
Yep, from North Carolina. The offense was ranked 129th last year, so he has a lot of work to do. Defense, you mentioned, lost a lot of elite defenders. I think they're going to have some good depth there, but I have questions about the secondary. If Rod Moore comes back healthy and Metcalf, steps up, I think that could be an okay unit. But that's probably my biggest question mark as far as the defense goes. Very favorable schedule within the Big Ten, I feel like, when you look at it. But I'm definitely expecting an improvement, but I don't think they're going to get back to the national championship days, top 5 days of the world just yet. I think they have a little bit more of a rebuild to do throughout this season and could maybe bounce back next year as a contender again. But for this year, I'm thinking Michigan will be a middle of the row Big Ten team. Obviously, they bring in Underwood and the Fresno State transfer. I would have to imagine Underwood's probably going to be the starter.
Are you talking? I think they brought in what, Mikey King?
Keen from Fresno State. Yeah.
They said, "Hey, hold on now, brother. You played a good game against us. You gave us a little run for our money last year. How would you like a scholarship?"
Exactly. So Mikey Keene and Bryce Underwood. Like I said, you'd have to imagine Underwood is going to get the nod.
Jacorian Bennett.
They have Justin Haynes from Alabama, new running back coming in.
Yeah.
Returning for, I think you talked about with Marshall. So a good running back duo. I think Sharon Moore, to your point, like you said, is going to continue to be smash mouth football, run the football. It'll be interesting to see what Chip Lindsey does with that offensive being ranked so bad last year. Definitely want to get Underwood involved more in the passing game and not be so one-dimensional. I think they struggled last year a lot, just really finding an identity on offense, and it showed. So Chip Lindsey has a lot of work to do, but I'm looking for a slight Michigan bounce back, but I don't know that we're returning to the glory days quite yet.
Yeah, so Jacorian Bennett was the other cornerback alongside of Deontay Banks at Maryland. That was locked up. That's why I said that. But they had an identity. The only identity they could have had was run the ball because they didn't have a quarterback. That's what they was missing. Alex Orji, Davis Warren, none of them were it. And Davis Warren is still on the roster, surprisingly, but Alex Orji left. They were not it. And I know a lot of people was hyped about Alex Orji coming into last season, and then he lost the position battle to Davis Warren. I was like, oh, yeah, he must be trash because it was so much hype around him to lose that battle to somebody I didn't even know who he was. And, of course, couldn't throw the ball, but they won 8 games, so Iowa-esque. But, yeah, you pretty much touched on the transfers, especially Justice Haynes. He was like, hey, man, I like how y'all beat us in a bowl game. How about a scholarship? And went right on over there. I got Donovan McCulley, a wide receiver transfer from Indiana in 2023, had 48 catches, 644 yards, and 6 touchdowns, hoping to help revamp that Michigan passing game that they were lacking last year. And Trey Williams, in defensive lineman from Clemson, who had 14 total tackles, 7 solos, 2 sacks, 2 pass breakups, and 2 forced fumbles in 5 games at Clemson. So those are some transfers I wanted to touch on for Michigan this upcoming season, excuse me. They were 129th in total offense, 40th in total, 10th, in total defense, 130th in passing, 73rd in rushing, 113th in scoring offense, 63rd in passing defense, 5th in rushing defense, 19th in scoring defense. So again, very Iowa-esque, running the ball, playing hard-nosed defense. We got some comments, and then we'll get into the schedule. So Joe says he lost all respect for Michigan since we torched him. Joe is a Texas fan. Shout out to him. Huge first game of the season for you, by the way. Ohio State. That is crazy. But respect. I want some money off the game off my pops. Ran up $1 off him. But next we got I'm late, but Tomo's in the transfer portal. No, you are not, and you're not about to use no you know who as an excuse. Stay your butt right there, Maryland. Then Joe laughs at Tomo, and then my uncle says, "Calm down." Oh, whatever. Anyway, my family's Michigan fans, so that's a Michigan. I'm not repeating. I'm putting this up here. I'm not repeating that. But yeah, let's get into the schedule. First game of the season, they play New Mexico, of course. Conference game. Wouldn't suspect nothing less. Win for Michigan.
Yep, I'm gonna go ahead and give Michigan a win there.
Next, at Oklahoma.
Tough.
I have it as an L, but it was tough. I wanted to get that game in Michigan, but I ultimately gave it to Oklahoma because Michigan's on the road.
Yeah, this is another one that tough game. It's going to be a fun game for college football fans, but I'm going to give the slight nod to Oklahoma just due to the travel arrangements.
Yeah, Bryce Underwood, to me, assuming the starter is Bryce Underwood, first real game on the road, SEC now, hostile environment. Can't really count on the guy to, and I don't expect the guy to be amazing. Now, if he is amazing, that is kudos, props. If he's not, I'm not going to kill the guy. Well, I am because I'm a Michigan State fan, but unbiased me is not going to, kill the guy if he has a bad performance. Next, we have Central Michigan. Sorry, cousin. I have this as a W for Michigan.
Yep, I'm going to go ahead and give the Wolverines a W there as well.
All right. At Nebraska, I have as a loss.
Whew. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and give Michigan the win there.
Not mad at it, but I'm kind of like super high on Nebraska this year. Wisconsin, I have as a win.
Yeah, I love Wisconsin this year, and we'll talk about it, but I still have Michigan winning this game.
At USC, I have as a win.
I have a win. I have a win as well.
USC is looking for payback. Will Johnson caught a pick six that hurt their hopes and dreams, but I do have Michigan coming out on that. Washington, I have as a win.
I also have the win.
At MSU, I'm not saying we losing to them after we should have beat them last year. We got better. Yeah, they got better. We did too. I think we win. Give them an L at Spartan Stadium.
Give them a Sparty party. All right.
Yes,
Carl, I'm going to go ahead and just keep the vibes high, and we'll give Michigan State a win.
Let's go. This is my guy right here. Then they go back home to Section 8 housing. They like to call it the big house. Section 8 housing. To Purdue, I have them as a win.
I also have a win.
All right, then on the road at Northwestern, I have as a win.
Yep, also a win.
On the road at Maryland and College Park, I have as a win.
I also have as a win.
And then at Section 8 housing against Ohio State. If they beat Ohio State for a fifth time, Ryan Day might get fired. I have this as a L, though. It's no way. It's just like no way.
Yeah, I feel like exactly if Michigan pulls it off again, you erase all the national championships and playoff appearances that Ryan Day has, and you just flush them down the toilet. And but unfortunately, I have Ohio State winning this game.
Yeah, I literally have the winning off the strictly. It's no way they lose 5 times in a row to Michigan. It's no way. So I have Michigan going 8-4, 6-3, which is a 1-game regular season improvement from last season, but it's the under 9.5 win total.
Yeah, it looks like we agreed on everything other than the Nebraska game. Yeah, so I have them beating Nebraska, which means I have them going
9-3, 7-2.
Yep, 7-2. So, yeah, definitely a little bit of a bounce back, but I just don't know that they're going to. I don't know if that they're tooled enough to beat Ohio State for a 5th straight year.
It's like no way, but it was like no way they should have lost this year, and they lost. So I don't know
exactly. But that was, that was very, as a Penn State alum and fan, that was very appreciative.
Oh, yeah, great for you.
So, yeah,
that got you win. They got you win.
Exactly.
Now we move on